बैठे कौन से खेलने अटेंडेंस दैट वो one student is online ना आना हिस्ट्री वॉल्यूम दे दो so last time we have completed till better around this pure so solutions. Let us start with this part first. Solutions. Okay. So what are solutions or how you can define solution? Solution is solute and solvent. Okay. So solution it is combination of solute, and solvent. Now in this which is present in more amount solvent, more amount solvent and less amount solute. Okay. After this, we have defined types of solution. Okay. So types of solution. How many types of solution we have? Types of solution. अगर जोर से saturated. अच्छा saturated कर रहे हो? Heterogeneous, homogeneous. हाँ saturated mixture नहीं है ना? Mixture it is again one type of solution. Okay, so type of solution में two types. First one is homo, and second one hetero. What is difference between these two? Uniform composition. Okay, and hetero, non-uniform. So what are the different examples for homo and hetero? Homo is salt solution. So salt in water, salt plus water, and hetero oil plus water. Okay, salt plus water. You can take sugar with water. बराबर है ना? Plus water. Here we can have mud in water or sand in water. Again, oil तो आपने already पता है. Okay, now starting from बेटा पहले समझ लो क्योंकि last time आप solution it is a mixture of solute and solvent. Okay, we are saying mixture, so it is a mixture of solute and solvent. If you go proportion wise, then solute it is present in small amount, whereas solvent it is present in big amount. Okay, now once you mix solute with solvent, you will get solution. Now depending upon how they appear, you can classify it into two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous solution. Okay. Now homo means same. So that all solute and solvent will be in the same phase. That particular solution is known as uniform solution, or example is salt with water. So when you dissolve 1 spoon of salt in water, you will get homogeneous solution. Can you separate salt with water? Can you identify? मतलब वैसे तो नहीं कर सकते. Can we identify that solid particles are moving here and then? No, they are dissolved in water, means they are completely converted, or they are forming bond with water. Here sugar with water, again the same. We are not going to see two different state, solid state and liquid state. It will be only in the one state. Then next one, heterogeneous solution. Heterogeneous solution means what? The solution which exists in two different states, two different phases, oil in water. Okay, oil it is heavier than water, it is denser than water. So oil will be settled down, whereas water will flow. Okay, Here mud in water, again mud will settle down, then water will be upper part of this. But in all these cases, we can find two different state, solid state as well as liquid state. Now depending on the state, solutions are further classified into three types. Three types में कौन से three types है? जरा जोर से बोलो ना. अच्छा, saturated, then unsaturated and super saturated. बराबर है ना? Let us see the sequence first. It is unsaturated, saturated and super saturated. We have to start with unsaturated, then saturated, and the last final one is super saturated. Now what is difference between these two? These two में this all. Unsaturated, saturated and super saturated. What is difference? Book मत देखो, ऐसे ही बोलो. Last time हमने the help of examples we have done this. Unsaturated, saturated and super saturated. And what we can add? Unsaturated. Normal your salt in water. It is from which of this category? Why it is unsaturated? We can add more. बराबर है ना? If you are keeping this solution for crystallization, will it form crystal? No. नहीं ना, बराबर है ना? But if you go on adding more and more salt, more salt, it will be converted into saturated solution. If your salt is not dissolving, so what we can do? We can increase the temperature, we can heat it, we can stir it. So on cooling, it will give you crystals. बराबर है ना? But the same solution, if you keep on adding, when no more solute will dissolve. Even if you increase the temperature, you can clearly find that solid, it is in undissolved state. That state it is known as supersaturated state. Okay, so these three states are possible: unsaturated, saturated, and supersaturated. Then next one, concentration of solution. How the solution concentration is measured? Mass by mass and another by volume. Concentration. So concentration can be measured either by mass or by volume. What is equation for mass? क्यों absent था last time? अगले बार से absent मत रहना. So we'll just go through that topic. Okay, one more period they will get. Okay, so you go through that topic. You will absolutely have a look at. You can ask mass of the mass. How to find out this mass of solute upon mass of solution. This will give you mass of concentration by mass right now. But if you want to go for the percentage, then simply multiply this by 100. Very simple and easy to understand. This all we are doing for homogeneous solution. This all we are doing for homogeneous solution. Remember, we are on this particular category where we can calculate this. We can find out this one. Okay. Then by for volume. Volume of solute upon volume of solution into 100. Then we can convert it into mass also. Right now, so volume of again solute. Every time solute is in numerator. Remember, upon volume of solution into 100 for percentage volume. Mass per volume. इसको convert कर सकते हैं. This can you can convert it into mass. दिया है वहाँ पर आपके भी वैसे दिया है. Okay, but be careful every time in your because of this. So mass, percentage mass, volume, percentage volume. This all we are doing for homogeneous solution. Because we cannot see different layer, we have only one layer in that. Where does true solution stand in this particular category? True solution, it is homogeneous, heterogeneous, it is homogeneous. Huh? Okay, now coming to the last and very interesting part of your solution, which is under heterogeneous part. Now last time we have seen, I think one video we have seen for hetero tendal effect, जो शायद कुछ समझ में भी नहीं आया क्या वीडियो था, फटाफट. Okay, let us have one example. For example, this is your mud solution. Muddy solution or mud in water. Mud in water, and this is your normal milk in water. And here we can have normal water, or you can take or. Okay, ये तीनों चीजें मैंने ले ली है. Oil or water, normal, mud in water, and milk in water. I will show you the video, but for timing, imagine we have here one beaker of water. Okay, in this beaker of water, particles are there, impurities are there. Okay, if you are taking distilled water, it is free of any foreign particle. It will contain only H positive and OH negative. But if you take normal tap water, then it contains impurities. जिस अमाउंट में कुछ आयन फॉरेन आयंस भी रहेंगे, इंस्टेड ऑफ हैविंग ओनली H2O we can have chloride आयन. क्लोरीन की जो स्मेल आती है, बट क्योंकि जो टैप वाटर रहता है it is treated with bleaching powder, so it contains small traces of chlorine. Can we see that chlorine atoms? Can we see those chlorine atoms? No. If I keep that beaker for a longer time, for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, this chlorine atom will settle at the bottom. वहां से आप ढूंढ के निकाल सकते हो. It is happening. Tap water, the normally we used to fill in bottle, we used to fill in pot, we used to use that water for cooking purpose. So can we separate chlorine atom from there? Not at all possible. Okay, this is one type of solution. The another type of solution is your muddy water. The rainy season, whichever water is visible to us on the road, logging ho jata hai. This is because of the muddy water. We can say because of dirty water. Okay. Now we all are aware what type of nature it is having. Okay, if I keep that water in undisturbed state for 3 to 4 hours, so what will happen? Sedimentation starts and mud will settle down. Okay, mud will settle down. When we are saying sedimentation start, mud will settle down. So can we separate it by normal physical process, by filtration process? Answer is yes, because particle size is bigger. We can see those particles. We can separate it by normal filtration. Okay, normal filtration, or if you are keeping for the longer time, it is also one of the method of filtration. Then moving to this one, milk in water. Milk in water. बोलो चलो, पतला दूध. हाँ, एकदम पतला वाला दूध जिसमें we have more amount of water. हाँ, now this water, it is another, it is again one type of homogeneous mixture or non-homogeneous mixture. होमो और हेट्रो? हमको दिखने में तो एक दिखता है, हाँ, बट वो होमो में डालोगे या हेट्रो में डालोगे? हेट्रो में, because this all thing are under hetero, not homo. Remember this. So milk in water, it is no doubt it is heterogeneous mixture. If I keep that beaker containing milk in water, whether that impurities or that particle, they will be settling down. हमारे घर में तो सबके घर में वैसे ही दूध आता है, हम गर्म करके रख देते हैं या गर्म करके ग्लास में डाल दें तो पार्टिकल्स नीचे और पानी ऊपर आ जाता है. So can we separate it by normal physical method? By filtration we can separate it. By keeping it for the longer time, can be separated? No, because particle size are very small and they are not at all visible to our naked eye. Their particles are visible. Here they are not at all visible. Okay. Now, if I pass the beam of light through this solution, this beam of light, it will change the medium. यहाँ से air medium, यहाँ पे liquid medium. Again, it's going to change the medium. So this beam of light, the particles of it, they will scatter or they will go in the straight line. जरा ध्यान से आंसर देना. हाँ, ध्यान से आंसर देना. समझदारी. Same beam of light you are passing here. Again, you are passing it here. But what will happen with that beam of light in first one? अरे आनंद भी है ना हमारे साथ में. आनंद. आनंद.
Yes, ma'am.
What is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Acha. See, these three beakers are there. One beaker it is either water or oil. Second beaker is mud in water, and third beaker is milk in water. The first one, normal tap water we can use where chlorine atoms are present. So on keeping it longer time, chlorine atom will not settle. Okay, you will get transparent water even if you see after a week. Your muddy water, if you see after 2 to 3 days, mud it will settle down. This means that we can separate it by the physical process, either by filtration or by sifting. But if you take milk in water, on keeping it for the longer time, we cannot separate it. We cannot see those particles. Now, next part is passing of light. So, if I pass a ray of light across this particular beaker containing water or oil, second combination is mud in water, third combination is milk in water. So, what happened? यहाँ से rays it will pass. From this side it will come up. Whether it will scattering of light take place or light ray will pass in the straight line. With all three, एक का नहीं हमको 1 by 1 3 cases देखने. First case, straight line. For first one, beta answer. First one. Think about second, third also. चलो जल्दी से.
Ma'am,
हाँ.
in the first one, the light passes through the beaker straight. In the second one, if because the mud is let to settle down, the bigger sediments will come down and the Tyndall effect will break. And in second one, it will still show Tyndall effect.
हाँ. थर्ड वाला क्या बताया? थर्ड वाला spread. Okay. In first one, as the particle size, they are very small. They are not at all visible. They cannot be separated. So light rays, they will pass through the state. Okay. If you go for the second one, we have mud and water, bigger size, smaller size, all are present. So light rays, they will scatter in 7 color or just they will scatter. So they will scatter, but that effect is not known as scatter effect, but it is not so effective. But if you go with the last one, where particles are not visible, they cannot be separated by the physical method, they cannot be settled down, but scattering of light takes place. Scattering of light takes place. Remember, and this scattering of light in 7 different colors is nothing but the Tyndall effect. एक अच्छा वाला वीडियो लगा. गुड वन. डिफरेंस बिटवीन सस्पेंशन एंड पोलर. वो आनंद के साथ में भी हमको शेयर करना है. Properties are there. After this, next part is the physical and chemical changes. वो हमको करना पड़ेगा. शेयर करो हाँ बेटा स्क्रीन. See in your book, when suspension break and it does not scatter like any suspension breaks. And for polar suspension, suspension break मतलब वो सेटल हो रहा है ना ऊपर जो लेयर आपको मिलता है एक टाइम में क्या हुआ अंडरस्टूड ना ये देखा है ये देखा ना ये वाला नहीं चाहिए इसमें. अच्छा एक बार देखो जब भी वांट टू सी द स्केटिंग सेलेक्ट कर बस ना ये हमने लास्ट टाइम देखा था. ठीक है मिल्क इन ग्लास. नो स्केटिंग. ठीक size particle size is 30 and for that one colloidal 300. दूसरा वाला रेनबो वाला बता. Experience next level. एनिमेशन क्यों है ये इतना बड़ा निशान. मुझे ये पता है कॉपर सल्फेट का है. कॉपर सल्फेट हाँ दिस वन हाँ ब्लू कलर. स्किप करो.
हमारे अभी स्टूडेंट्स हिमांशी वेलकम बैक टू दी चैनल. सो अब हम यहाँ पे डिस्कस करने वाले हैं सेकेंडरी इफेक्ट होता क्या है. स्कैटर कर लीजिए. ओके करते क्या लाइट स्कैटर कर रही है. तो जैसे मैं यहाँ से लाइट पास कर रही हूँ आपको दिख रहा है पूरे ग्लास में हमारी लाइट स्कैटर हो रही है. सो ये कोलॉइड सॉल्यूशन है यहाँ पे हमारी लाइट स्कैटर हो रही है. ठीक है अब इसको हटा देते हैं. दूसरा ये हमारा क्या है यहाँ पे चॉक पाउडर और वाटर है मतलब सस्पेंशन है. तो मैं इसको पहले हिला देती हूँ ताकि पार्टिकल्स जो नीचे सेटल डाउन हो गए हैं ऊपर आ जाए. एंड अब यहाँ से जब मैं रे मारूंगी तो आप देखोगे लाइट हमारी कैसे बीम दिख रही है लेकिन लाइट फैल रही है. और जहां से अगर हम ध्यान से देखेंगे तो जो ये पार्टिकल्स है वो हमें दिख रहे हैं. देखो कैसे स्कैटरिंग हो रही है ना लाइट पर पार्टिकल्स भी विजिबल है. अब यही सेम चीज अगर हम करने की कोशिश करें सॉल्यूशन के साथ तो सॉल्यूशन में टिंडल इफेक्ट नहीं हो. तो यहाँ पे जब मैं लाइट मारूंगी तो आपको दिखेगा कोई स्कैटरिंग नहीं है सीधी यहाँ पे हमें लाइट जाती हुई दिख रही है. सो दिस इज आर टिंडल इफेक्ट. अब देखते हैं आगे चलते हैं स्लाइड पे. सो गाइस
ओके थैंक यू. Come back to our original. We can do it. And okay. एक बार अच्छे से कर लो. For true solution, no scattering, light passes in the straight line. If you have the suspended solution with particles are moving, then the muddy water. If वो settle किया हुआ muddy water है, then again, but if you have collider, then the scattering is spread. Okay, this you can also see in 7 colors or videos set. So just give time and find out that video. Then properties are given here. This properties you can do not so difficult. First thing is size. So as per the size, Then method of separation, how you can separate, then whether they are visible or not visible. So particles are visible only of suspension, not of flow as well as colloid. Remember these 3 to 4 points are there, not many, and then directly there are asked. Then next one, physical change and chemical change. Now this is very interesting part, physical and chemical change. Physical and chemical change. According to you, what is meaning of physical and chemical change?
So change can it's that in can be evolution property.
That is someone. Someone. Okay, 2 types of changes are given. For example, if you have egg, egg, albumin, protein, वो वाला egg हमने लिया. If we are boiling that egg, boil किया, fry किया. Okay, first thing we are changing the state. Second thing, whether we are doing any physical chemical change there. We are doing any chemical change. This is water in solid, then liquid, and in gas form. 3 states I have written.
Ma'am, I
Solid,
can't see the board.
ice, liquid water, and vapors. बेटा करो. Advance. Anand, visible है board?
Yes, ma'am.
Water in 3 states: solid, ice, water, liquid, water, vapor. All 3 states. Okay. Now water solid can be converted into liquid water. How? By heat. So this is heating का triangle heating plus H. It is notation in chemistry. Then this liquid can be converted into gas. Okay. So again plus H. I have converted solid to liquid, liquid to water. If again I want to change these states, okay, gas to liquid, then how it can be done? By cooling, or in short by removing the heat, minus delta. Then here again minus delta, water can be converted into ice. In this form, what is chemical formula of water? H2. In this form, what is formula of water? Again H2O. In this form, again H2O. Now what we have done? Whether we have changed the chemical formula, we have only changed the state. We have only changed the state from solid to liquid, liquid to gas by using these 2 different processes. Barabar? Again, from vapor to water, water to solid, our chemical formula remains the same. We have only changed the state without disturbing the chemical composition. It is interconvertible. From main step, you will get the final one. From final, again you can get the main. Whether we are changing the chemical composition, H2O का हमने 2H किया है क्या? नहीं, we are not changing the chemical composition. It will remain the same, but we are changing the state from solid to liquid, liquid to gases. So chemical change means what? The change of state when the chemical composition of the given compound remains the same. बराबर है ना? Chemical composition remains the same. Now what is given here? Property that can be observed at a specific color. hardness, rigidity, fluidity, density, melting point, boiling point are physical property of the metal. इसको physical property क्यों बोला हुआ है? For example, in any one of this state, अभी ये यहाँ पे we have liquid water. This all are water, ना? But the boiling point of the water, it will remain same. ये state low, boiling point is same. If you go for the melting point, it will also remain the same color. Whether there is any change in the color, whether there is any change in the density. These are the specific terms, standard terms, they are not going to change. Just a chemical composition, it is not changing, this all property will also not change. Okay, but when it comes to the chemical composition, chemical properties, chemical change, then there will be change in the chemical composition. There will be chemical composition change and the component is automatically changed. So all this property will also change. Okay, can we get back the original reactant again? Yes. नहीं, हमको original reactant हमको वापस नहीं मिलेगा. We will get new substances. So here it is given the interconversion of state is a physical change, right? For water I have given interconversion of state because this changes occur without change in the composition and no change in the chemical nature of the substance. Correct, है ना? Then both water and cooking oil are the liquid, but oil burn while water extinguished fire. It is this chemical property of oil that makes it different from water. Chemical change brings change in the chemical property of the metal. Okay, chemical property of the metal. पूरा chemical composition उसका change होने वाला है. The chemical change is called chemical reaction. For example, ripening of fruits. Okay, raw fruit, raw mango, ripe mango. There is a difference. Raw mango it is green in color, whereas the ripe mango it is yellow in color. Yellow color mango it is sweet in taste, and that mango it is sour in taste. We cannot convert mango into ripe mango into raw mango. बराबर है ना? They are changing composition just like when egg is boiled. When egg is boiled, it is converted into another state. State to change होगा, but again by cooling it, can be converted into this one? It is not possible. Another example I will give you, milk and curd. We all are aware, milk, curd is obtained from milk. बराबर है ना? So once milk is converted into curd, can be converted back to milk. So this is also one type of chemical change. Okay. What are the types of pure substances? So what are the types of pure substances? Pure substance is covalent. So first is given they have luster. Substances are liquid नहीं बोल रहे, solid substances. They have luster, shining. They have silver, gray or golden yellow color. They conduct heat and electricity. This point is there. Luster, magnitude, conductivity. Here, elements can be normally that's divided into metal, non-metal, metal. Metals are usually shown in the college block. So all type of metal, it is stainless steel, it is alloy, it is mixture of two or more molten metal. Okay, but when it comes to our copper, when it's come to gold, silver, pure metals, so pure metals they have luster. Metals are malleable, they are ductile, they are good conductor of heat and electricity. Right now, same points are given. Ductile, they are malleable, they are sonorous. Sonorous means producing sound. It's making a ringing sound differently. Some elements have intermediate properties such as those of metal and non-metal. They are known as metal. Okay. Then next part, compound. Compound is what? Compound. Two or more elements are mixed together. For example, NaCl it is a compound. बराबर है ना? And mixture means what? One kilo, 1 kilo. Physical change understood now? उसके पहले क्या था? Colloidal, Tyndall effect. So colloidal solution is showing Tyndall effect. Remember, mixture and compounds. So mixture means they are only mixed. Only mix. For example, if I keep this marker with this mark, it will be one type of mixture. If I keep these three things together, it is mixture. It is reacting with each other. It is reacting with each other. No, it is not reacting. But when it comes to the reaction part, it is known as a compound. So when we are saying reaction, so there is a formation of new compound. Old bonds are broken and new bonds are formed. So this is a major difference between mixture and compound. Mixture has variable composition. Right now, I can keep 4 marker, I can keep 5 marker together. One mouse, no mouse. Right now, this composition on this side, composition of each new substance is always fixed. Always fixed. For example, if I want to prepare H2O, so what will be my reactants? Hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. In this proportion I will use. Okay. If I want to prepare H2O2. Dekho, there is very slight difference. This is H2O. Here it is H2O2, hydrogen peroxide. तो क्या बनेंगे? Which are the elements? Again, hydrogen and oxygen. What about the proportion? Proportion is same or different? Different. Atoms of same element. They are combining in different proportion to make new compound. To form new compound. So by 2H2 plus O2 you will get 2H2O. But by using H2O2 you will get H2O, hydrogen peroxide. Understood now? So your composition it is changing. With difference in the composition, new compound is formed. And the last is consequent physical method. And here it cannot be जैसे मैंने ये marker रखा और 4-5 marker रखे. By color also I can say. So by physical method I can separate it now. What about this one? Once H2O is formed, can I separate H and O? Is it possible? Understood the major difference between mixture and component. So from your exam point of view, things are more important. So first one, solution definition. Then problem based on this one, concentration of solution. आनंद को आया था क्वेश्चन, concentration of this आपको भी आया था mass and volume percentage वाला. So we that is important. At least for 1 month they will ask in final exam. They are asking this topic. Okay. Then effect, do it properly with different examples and properties. Then next one, simple normal they will ask, explain or define physical change and chemical change. Was very separate. Yeah, melting of candle is melting of wax. Yeah. So that's the solid to liquid, liquid to solid with that. Correct answer. Then mixture and compound. This is also important. What wants the question ask like that. Activities Tyndall effect कर दिया है. And this. So we are done with this one. See that is given up. Question number 9. Classify each of the following homogeneous and heterogeneous. Soda water, homo, hetero, homo. Food, food, W-O-O-D, food, food, yeah, homo, hetero, homo. Also mix नहीं किया ना, only one thing is given. Air, hetero. It is mixture. It is mixture of many gases, but we cannot see it. Soil. Soil में भी अलग-अलग constituent रहते हैं ना. Stone रहता है, फिर particles रहते हैं अलग-अलग type के. Vinegar. शायद से होमो ही है. One layer. घर में भी vinegar use करते हैं, सिरका. पता है ना? Then filtered tea. Oh, filtered tea ना, all infinitely solid particles they are removed. Then classify physical and chemical. Cutting of things. अच्छा फिर हो जाएगा. यहाँ पे तो दिया है physical. मतलब वो garden वाला है. उसे दो. Melting of butter in a pan. Physical change. Rusting of aluminum. Chemical change. Boiling of water to form. Actually, physical change is passing of electric current to water and water breaking down into hydrogen oxygen gas. It is chemical change. Dissolving common salt in water. It is physical change. Making a fruit salad with raw fruits and carrots. It is physical change. Burning of paper and wood. Next, I take a question. Write the steps used to make tea. As a question. Use the word solution, solvent, and solute. Dissolve, soluble, insoluble, filter, and acid. ये समझा? हाँ, टी बनाना है. ऐसे हम लोग के dissolve sugar, solution is filtered. बराबर है ना? Solution contains solute and solvent. So your solute is tea gas, solvent is water. Okay. So solution, solute, solvent will get dissolved. What you are going to dissolve? Sugar. Sugar, soluble. It is insoluble. It is soluble. So insoluble part is which one? The T-gas. Filter. So on filtration, insoluble will stay on that paper and soluble will go with the tea. Residual is what here? T-gas. समझ में आया? वैसे वाले टर्म यूज करना. देखो यहाँ पे क्या है? Last sentence. And the tea solution is poured into the tea cup and drunk as tea. Understood now? ऐसे क्वेश्चन से normally याद माना. How are solution and suspension different from each other?
Ma'am,
Page number 26. How are solution and suspension different from each other? Solution are qualified below 100 ml. Main solid size solution. Solution and suspension have larger size particles. Solution is not scattered beam of light. Suspension scatters beam of light. Solution, for example, salt water, suspended scatters beam of light. अगर डिस्टर्ब स्टेट में रहेगा तो वो भी याद रखना. If it is in disturbed state, मोशन वाले अरे वो सेटल ऑलरेडी हो गया है. चलो आगे. Homogeneous and heterogeneous. What is difference between homogeneous and heterogeneous? And anything else from this topic? Which of the following will show tentality? Salt solution, copper sulfate solution, milk and starch solution. देखो milk full है, milk important नहीं है. हाँ, options are salt solution, copper sulfate solution, milk, starch solution. Okay. Starch solution. Copper sulfate है ये blue color का copper sulfate dissolving in water. You will get homogeneous solution. Classify the following into element compounds and mixture. हाँ, कुछ अच्छा है. Sodium is element compound or mixture. Element. Soil mixture. अभी हमने देखा था ना. Sugar solution. Mixture. अच्छा. Calcium carbonate. Compound. Tin. Element. Silicon. Element. Coal. Mixture. Compound. It is an element. Carbon dioxide. Coal, coke, graphite, diamond. These all are allotropes of carbon. Then air mixture. So it is a compound. Methane. It is a compound. Methane, propane. Then carbon dioxide is compound. Classify the following changes. Growth of physical, chemical. Growth of physical automatically sizes reduced. Chemical. The skin of iron. Mixing of iron, feeding and sand. Physical. Mixing. Mixing. Cooking of food. Chemical. Digestion of food. Chemical. Freezing of water. Physical. Burning of candle. Both chemical and physical. Which of the following material falls the category of pure substance? Ice, milk, iron, बहुत सारे पता प्योर में फर्क आता है. Ice, pure impure. Milk, impure because milk में वैसे ही बराबर करती है. C, iron. Only iron is said. No, iron is an element. It is a pure. Then hydrochloric acid. Is impure when it is given pure. Without any combination. Calcium oxide. Calcium oxide pure. Mercury pure. इसके साथ में कुछ किया है impurity नहीं. Brick only with iron it is made. Only with mud it is made. उसमें और मिलावट भी रहता है कुछ. Then wood, air. Identify the solution among the following mixture. Solution and solution soil, sea water, soil. आपको mixture identify करना. मैं बताती हूँ list, just identify the mixture. Soil, sea water, air, coal, soda water. Soda and water. Okay, all the best for your exam. देखो तो हो गया है. Okay, and you try to complete the pending part. So, पढ़ाई करो अच्छे से. टेंशन अभी हो खा रहे हैं.
My God.
बहुत टाइम है, बहुत टाइम है आपको पढ़ने के लिए. डोंट वेस्ट योर टाइम, जस्ट फोकस ऑन मोल कंसेप्ट. अच्छे अच्छे प्रॉब्लम उसके सॉल्व करो. लर्न ऑल 1 to 20 एलिमेंट्स with symbol and atomic number. Very good. Electronic distribution balancing. हाँ, atomic number आ जाएगा. मास का डबल ही करना है ना. Only for and formula I had given you ना. Then है ना.